Hello students. Today we will discuss on the topic that is braking system, its service, repair and overhaul. The braking system is the most important component of automobile. The non-functioning or malfunctioning of braking system can cause serious damage. The function of brake is to provide safe drive, controllable stopping and slowing of the vehicle. When driver presses the brake pedal, the force exerted on the brake and will stop. The force is transmitted to the wheel through brake fluid, master cylinder, transfer the hydraulic force, and the brake fluid is transferred through brake line to front and rear brake. The hydraulic pressure make wheel cylinder to expand, and caliper, which comes in contact with friction material and try to stop vehicle. The friction between the stationary function friction material and the rotating drum or disc causes the rotating part to become slow and eventually stop. The braking system is shown in the figure. The brake drums are used in rear wheel while the disc brake are used in the front wheel. When drum brake are applied, brake shoes are moved outward against a rotating brake drum. When the drum slow and stop, it in turn make the wheels to slow and stop. Disc brake are applied, caliper comes in front the disc, rotating part attached to the wheel. Because of friction between disc and caliper, the disc stopped and eventually the wheel stopped rotating. Now diagnosis the braking system. This is grabbing. Grabbing brake is also called the locking the brake. It occurs when one or more wheel brake lock the drum and release it quickly. The reason behind the grabbing can be while on shoe or pad, hotspot on the drum or weak rotating mechanism. Noise. Noise is the most common problem observed in brake along with pulsation. Mostly noise comes out from brake shoe and rotor contact. The reason behind noise may be bone pad, excessively hard pad material and the wear indicator contacting the rotor. Pulsation. Pulsation or vibration is usually observed while brake are applied or due to brake pedal movement or side to side vibration in steering wheel and sometimes due to both. Rotor experience the extensive heat during operation. After long use and exposure to excessive heat, wrapping or thickness vibration can be seen in rotor. Here, caliper and the brake pad service and repair are shown. The service and repair of caliper and brake pads can go hand in hand, as there is no difference in operation, though many differences are there in the design and location. The caliper is design component which is less likely to attend trouble. If used in hydraulic system, then and there it create problem. Otherwise, it is not a source of problem. Hydraulic system then and dry there it create problem. Otherwise, it is not a source of problem. In hydraulic system, at most it develops leak and piston sticking, but it needs to be checked for any symptom of wear, dust accumulation and cracks at body as well as at mounting area. Turn the wheel and check if it is moving freely. If not, then the caliper piston may be sticking. In the picture, the caliper, brake pad and rotor disc are shown. Now let's come to the caliper and brake pad overhauling and replacing. First, raise and support the vehicle from the ground in a safe manner. Jack or lift can be used to lift the vehicle. To reinstall the tire at same position, mark and wheel stud closed to the tire valve seam and remove the tire and rim. Third is now remove the caliper hose. Remove the caliper and bracket assembly and separate them. In some vehicle, adapter bracket needs to be moved first and then caliper to be. Now for fifth is to remove the caliper, loosen the fasteners and carefully remove the caliper. Sometimes caliper need to be twisted or removal on some system. The pad will remain with the rotor, while other On other, pads will come away from the rotor with the caliper assembly. Number 6 is remove the pad from the caliper and rotor as necessary. 7. Measure the pad thickness and check whether it is conform to manufacturer service manual specification. If there is more, then they replace the pad. Number 8. Now check an entire caliper carefully for any sign of damage, crack or leakage. If found damage or leakage, then they replace the caliper. And at the same time also check the rotor for damages. Then completely set the brake pedals. Now come to the caliper installation. Install the rotor, check the spindle assembly and other parts for any damages or not. If damage is replaced, then apply lubricant at high temperature grade for moving part. Place the caliper on rotor carefully should be taken in the position and retract the pad are at correct position. Install the attaching part including brake shoe. Once caliper is placed at proper position, tighten the fastening screw. Check the rotor for free movement. Also check for any noise coming out. If noise is coming out, then repair or remove the caliper or other part contacting rotor switch is unresolvable. 7. Bleed the brake system as per the procedure and install the tire and rim. Next is this is the way the rear caliper and the brake plate are removed and installed. After that, come to the rotor run out measurement. Then come to rotor dismantling and rotor repairing. After this, we need to go for the hydraulic braking system. Hydraulic work on the principle of motion transfer. Hydraulic is the means of transferring motion due to the uncompressible fluid. Now consider that the two cylinders, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2, are connected. Both the cylinders are filled with the non-compressible fluid. Pressure 1 or cylinder 1 P1 for pressure P1 applied on cylinder 1 will be transferred to the cylinder 2 directly as fluid is incompressible. So direct pressure for force is transmitted on the other cylinder. There is a basic principle of the hydraulic apparatus. There is a master cylinder. The second picture shows the functioning of the master cylinder. Air is compressible fluid and its presence is not desirable in the hydraulic braking system. It largely reduces the hydraulic pressure that need to be transferred in the braking system. So removal and air from braking system is necessary. The process of removing air from the hydraulic braking system is known as the bleeding of brake and bleeding of brake. The method is pump and hold method. Connect the tube to bleeder valve. Place the other end of it in a container. Container needs to be filled with brake fluid. Pump the brake pedal and holds it. The other one open the bleeder valve to lead out fluid and air, and then closes the valve after the pedal has landed. This is necessary to prevent air being sucked back in through the valve. Place a block under the pedal to prevent bottoming out of the pedal. This helps in prevent the damage in the master cylinder seal. Repeat same process in many times until air stops coming out. After repeating the whole process, check the master cylinder fluid level. If it lower, then refill it. Then comes to the another way, that is vacuum method. Apply Teflon tape on the bleeder chip to stop outside air from coming in hose. Attach vacuum pump to the bleeder valve after opening it. Fill the master cylinder completely with the brake fluid. Start drawing fluid from the vacuum pump until it cleaner of bubbles. During process, keep checking the master cylinder fluid level if needed and refill it. Third one is pressure method. Attach the pressure pump to the master cylinder. Make sure it is filled with fluid. The pump creates pressure up to 10 psi in the system. Open bleeder valve until the fluid is cleared out of air. Opening a bleeder valve need to be one after another, not all at the same time. The pressure pump has big reservoir to change emptiness. Fluid is very less. After that, we will go through the master cylinder repair. The master cylinder, the different part of the master cylinder showing in the picture, it is the most important part of the hydraulic braking system. Damage or non-performance of master cylinder affects whole braking system. Master cylinder has fluid reservoirs which containing brake fluid. All wheels are connected to the master cylinder through brake hoses. Master cylinder transfers the pressure generated by the pedal to each wheel through the field. Now we need to know the step to procedure the dismantling the brake master cylinder. First is remove the brake fluid from the reservoir of master cylinder. Keep it in a separate container or dispose of safely. Disconnect the fluid level indicator wire from the master cylinder. Remove the fluid line or hoses using proper wrench. Now remove the master cylinder mounting nut and safely remove the master cylinder from its position. After removing the master cylinder, repair and replace parts as explained below. Inspect the cover and diaphragm. Replace if it is damaged, cracked or deformed. Depaste the primary piston and remove the lock ring. Remove the spring retainer and seals from the secondary piston. Clamp the master cylinder in a vise and remove the reservoir using a cleaver. Remove the reservoir grommets. Inspect the master cylinder bore for corrosion. Does not use aggregation material on master cylinder bore. Replace it if the bore is corroded. Clean all parts not included in the repair kit with brake fluid. Carefully should be taken. Do not to dry the parts with compressed air. Lubricate all the rubber parts with clean brake fluid prior to the installation. So students, from these topics, brake, you can learn about the braking system, its working, then hydraulic braking system, turn brake and disc brake repairing. The most important part of the hydraulic brake, that is cylinder, the master cylinder, and how it is repaired, we learn. To learn more things, please go through the notes to get the more knowledge. So thank you class.